It is 1:30 where I am, and Manchester United has just played Tottenham Hotspur in White Hart Lanes, and we won comfortably 3-0 with a clean sheet. This formation and tactic was necessary for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What's important for this match after the last two games is to not concede goals and to not concede first. I think this was a bit of an adapting period for this team, because this is a new formation, a formation we rarely used, with a 5 at the back, a 5-2-1-2, but it kind of morphed into a 5-3 because Bruno Fernandes was dropping back to make a defensive midfield 3. And it showed with the players and their new positions, and having Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan Bissaka as our widest, most attacking players, and having Bruno Fernandes especially had to be basically our third midfield players, being positioned more on the right side than his usual left, and also Cristiano Ronaldo having a strike partner and being placed on the right side of the attack, so as rather than his usual left side for the attack. So there was a lot of changing around in position for players, and yeah, there was one instance especially that showed this new formation, that Bruno, as our attacking midfielder, had a counter, and he run the ball forward, and he only had Luke Shaw on his left, Aaron Wan Bissaka on his right, and parallel to him at front, it was only Cavani and Cristiano Ronaldo, with at least 6 players in front of him. So he had to slow down the play and had to find Luke Shaw on the left. And yeah, Aaron Wan Bissaka and Luke Shaw had to learn to be our main threat on the wings and cannot rely on Rashford or Greenwood to support them. That resulted into a lot of crosses, which if we have two of the best players in the box, it isn't the worst job in the world having Cavani and Cristiano Ronaldo on our box. And it showed for the first goal, basically, with Bruno Fernandes. When I saw Luke Shaw pass that ball to Bruno Fernandes, and seeing that, I think it was Oliver Skip and Højbjerg was 10 yards away from him, that I know he was going to create a chance. I already know that either he's going to cross or he's going to shoot, and yeah, it proved to be true, because once he found the ball on his feet, took a few seconds, found Cristiano Ronaldo on the right side, past Ben Davies with an amazing poetic volley to finish the half 1-0. And praise aside for all the good this formation brings, and for all the solidity that this brings, it wasn't more of Manchester United playing well for the whole 90 minutes. It was more of Tottenham not knowing what to do and not reacting well with us playing with 3 at the back. I don't think they were expecting it, that we have 3 solid defenders in Maguire, Varane and Lindelof that played really well today, especially Varane, and having 3 midfielders in front of them with Bruno and Fred, and they were always, and this is their only getaway in the first half, that they will always pass it to the sides. They were forced to pass it to the side. They played into our hands and had to pass it on the side, and it showed, especially in the first half, that Emerson Royal, their right back, had the most touches in the first half for Tottenham Hotspurs. And for the second half, nothing else really changed. We played really well, we played really solid, and for the last 2 goals, it was Oliver Skip who lost the ball in midfield without any pressure, really. It was in his own half. He has the 2 defenders behind him, but when he had the ball in his own half, you have Bruno Fernandes, Edinson Cavani, and Cristiano Ronaldo running at you. He lost the ball. And I think this was the best worked goal I've seen from Manchester United this season, and it's from three of the best players in Europe, right? Like one of the best players in Europe. They had Bruno Fernandes running the ball forward, stopping his tracks to make way for Cristiano Ronaldo, and Edinson Cavani to keep running, finds Cristiano Ronaldo with the agility to change his direction from right to left with his chop before a beautifully timed pass to Edinson Cavani, who kept running, who he then had one touch of the ball to the right, cancelling out the defenders. He went past the defenders with one touch to the right, went past Hugo Lloris, and then chipped with his predatory instinct. And the third goal basically came when the game was done. It was the 80th minute. I think all the substitutes were made. Manchester United had control of the game. It was really calm for Manchester United. Tottenham basically lost the whole White Hart Lane. The fans were leaving. They were booing, and the third goal came when our three midfielders, our Matic and McFred, were playing a one-touch passing in Tottenham's half, basically, because we didn't have the wingers. We just have three midfielders who were basically had to defend, but turned out to be our most attacking players then, with Matic passing around to McFred before Matic finds Rashford, who was our substitute, along with Matic and Lingard, to score the third goal. So my man of the match had to be Bruno Fernandes. He had adapted well to the new formation. He had control of his pressing more. He had positionally did really well defensive-wise, but not hindering his creativity to create chances. And worst player probably had to be the Tottenham player. I can't really choose who, but probably on the defensive side, maybe Ben Davies. On the left side, who was invincible at this point, and Oliver Skip also maybe, who lost the ball for the second goal. A deserved shout had to be made for Mctominay for his amazing attacking play, mostly, especially when the passing he has made in the Tottenham half. And also look out for this, Fred also had the best yellow card I have seen for a defensive midfielder for Manchester United, and also Edinson Cavani for being our striker and defender for this match. This is a mandatory win for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a defensive solid performance that is required, and there is probably still problems for this formation with the type of players we have and the squad we have, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If anything was to take away from this, it's probably the worst opposition Manchester United has faced in the last 10 matches. It probably dates back to a whole month, a whole 30 days. I don't know if that says more for Manchester United or it says more for Tottenham. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my weekend. I am calm, I am happy. And I'll see you next week.